Hi and welcome back to the channel. And I'm actually standing in the middle of the bush because we're about to do the 2021 Forest Rally. We're actually in the very picturesque Nannup, and yes, the forests around here are fantastic. The Forest Rally has run out of Nannup for over 20 years. However, generally we start with the super special stage down in Busselton. Now, last year, because of COVID, that didn't happen. The Forest Rally was all rearranged and it ran out of Collie using stages around Harvey and Wellington Dam. This year, however, we are back in Nannup again, certainly for the forest stages. However, the rally's kicking off a little bit different. Rather than using the tarmac super special stage down in Busselton, instead we're going to be running out of the speedway track in Bunbury. Unlike the previous formats of years gone by, this time around the cars are going to be running side by side in an autocross style for the first 4 stages of the rally. This will only happen on the Friday night, and then Saturday and Sunday the whole event is going to be in Nannup. Now, unlike other videos, this one I'm going to take you a little bit behind the scenes, providing the weather allows it, because it is forecasting some heavy weather. And I'm going to show you the people, the equipment, and what's required to run an event and a team of this size. So the Forest Rally is logistically one of the largest events of the year for us. It is a long way away from the major centre, which is Perth, where the workshop is. And also, it's not like we can just walk into a local auto parts store and buy some bits and pieces, because Nannup simply doesn't have one. So therefore, we have to bring all of our tools and equipment and spares with us that we think we're going to need for the weekend. One thing that does help immensely on this rally is not having to bring fuel with us, because to do a 2-day event in the bush up here, we'd probably have to bring several hundred litres of fuel, which obviously adds to the logistical problems. Thankfully, in Nannup, there is a service station that carries 98 octane fuel, and it is available for the rally, which is fantastic. The organisers also route the cars past that service station so that they are permitted to refuel there. It's just one less drama for us to have to deal with.
All right, let's get on to the rally. And it started Friday evening with 4 runs around the Bunbury Super Special Stage. Now, this was a new stage that we hadn't run on before, and it was sort of side-by-side racing, reminiscent of the old days of Rally Australia. We obviously don't pay them enough. They've got no shoes. Well, a few of us have been preparing since Wednesday. The bulk of the crew didn't arrive till Friday night. So then logistically we had to sort out food, and we decided to employ the Subaru pizza oven. Super special stages are great for a warm-up and they're great for spectating. However, you'll never win a rally. If you're not very careful, you can lose it though. So it was good to put both the cars on the trailer without a scratch at the end of the night. By the time we got loaded up and out of there, it was already getting pretty late, and it was 11:30 by the time we got back to Nannup. An early start on Saturday morning, and we were in the Nannup Service Park getting our area set up for the day. As with many of us these days, our team largely runs on caffeine, so we got the kettle boiling and got a breakfast of champions on the way while we were getting everything ready to go. A few last minute things like checking tyre pressures and making sure all the wheels are torqued up and they were ready to go out for the stages. If only parcel delivery schedules could be as accurate as weather forecasts. They predicted rain and down it came. By the first service at mid-morning, the rain had set in and the stages were becoming slippery in quite a few places.
17, 19, 21, 22.
Well, not long after that, the rain came down even heavier and it turned the service park and the forest roads into a quagmire. To say it was going to be a tough test was an understatement. I think these fantastic photos from Rattenbury really illustrate the point. Whilst the rain did ease from time to time, it didn't make the stages any less slippery. Here we are on board with Jarrod, Sewel and Adrian Burney in their Daihatsu Charade. They too are contesting the clubman, the same as Tiana and Graham. Speaking of Tiana and Graham, here they are tackling one of the drier hairpins on the earlier part of the rally. Like everyone else, they found the conditions challenging. However, they worked hard and held on to take third place in the clubman. Well done, guys, on a podium finish.
Grandma!
Yay!
And whilst that was the end of the clubman, that wasn't the end of the day. Actually, the rally had been shortened by 2 stages because of the rain, and the state guys went out and did 2 more stages after the clubman finished. Hugh and Karen had taken it pretty easy in the treacherous conditions during the day, and it had paid off with a clean run. There was still 1 service to go. It was getting dark, it was cold, and it was definitely still wet. Saturday evening, and we were all happy to huddle around the fire and be warm and dry, and also presented with some light entertainment.
That's definitely going to make YouTube, that is, Tan. What? You're climbing over the couch like that.
Could you?
Sunday morning was similar to Saturday, except that we could get there later and the sun was out, and we took advantage of that to try and dry a few things out from the day before. Even though we'd had a lot of rain overnight on Saturday, the roads actually were in pretty good condition on Sunday, and Hugh and Karen had a great time on the first group of stages. The weather didn't hold out for long, unfortunately, and by the second service, well, it was a carbon copy of the day before. We even resorted to some novel ways to try and stay dry while servicing. The last stage was designated as a power stage. However, given the conditions, it was more like a mud stage and most crews took it fairly easy. For our team, we were very thankful to have both cars through to the finish without a scratch from the weekend. It had really been trying, and some, unfortunately, had succumbed to the conditions.
And that's how our 2021 Forest Rally finished up. First of all, a big thanks to the organisers and the officials for this rally. It was no mean feat to run an event with such conditions, and those who were out in the elements having to brave it all, it really made a big difference that you were able to stay out there and be dedicated and have that enthusiasm. So thank you. Thanks also to those that gave us feedback over the weekend about our YouTube channel and videos. A few people said that they found the videos very informative and entertaining, so thank you. Much appreciated to get that feedback. It's some of the motivation for why we make these videos. Also, to our very dedicated and brave service crew, especially there were times there when the water was just pouring off the tents and straight down our backs. So thank you very much for braving that and staying with us through this. And hopefully we keep our crew for the rest of the year after that one. Also, hopefully you've enjoyed this video and a look behind the scenes with a slightly different video format for this. Please like, give us a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you again soon. Cheers.